The NFPA 72 National Fire Alarm and Signaling Code is not provided during the New Jersey Fire Alarm System Installer License exam. However, you are permitted to bring your own copy to the exam. It is crucial to ensure that the edition you bring is approved by the state. The approved edition is the NFPA 72 2019 edition or prior editions. Bringing an unapproved edition could lead to complications during the examination. Regarding your business reference book, you may highlight within it, but it is imperative that it be the specific edition approved by the state. The approved edition for the business reference book is the 2018 New Jersey Uniform Fire Code, also known as NJUFC. Using an outdated or unapproved edition of the NJUFC could result in inaccurate information and potential errors during the exam. Let's delve further into the NFPA 72, which is a comprehensive standard for fire alarm systems. It covers a wide range of topics, including the application, installation, location, performance, inspection, testing, and maintenance of fire alarm and emergency communication systems. Understanding the NFPA 72 is essential for anyone involved in the design, installation, or maintenance of these systems. The code aims to provide the requirements for safety to life and property from fire. Firstly, it is designed to standardize the methods in which fire alarms will operate. Secondly, this promotes the use of proper equipment for these tasks. Thirdly, this is to ensure that there are minimum requirements put into place to ensure that the equipment can perform as intended. The NFPA 72 addresses various types of fire alarm systems, including conventional, addressable, and wireless systems. It also covers different types of initiating devices such as smoke detectors, heat detectors, and manual pull stations. Notification appliances such as horns, strobes, and speakers are also covered in detail. One key aspect of the NFPA 72 is its focus on system performance. The code specifies the required response time for fire alarm systems, as well as the audibility and visibility requirements for notification appliances. It also addresses the need for backup power and system monitoring. In addition to the technical requirements, the NFPA 72 also includes important administrative requirements. These requirements cover topics such as system documentation, training, and inspection and testing. It is essential to follow these administrative requirements to ensure that fire alarm systems are properly maintained and operated. Now let's turn our attention to the 2018 New Jersey Uniform Fire Code, the NJUFC, which serves as the approved business reference book for the exam. The NJUFC contains a wealth of information related to fire safety regulations in New Jersey. It covers topics such as fire prevention, fire protection, and life safety. Understanding the NJUFC is crucial for anyone involved in the construction, renovation, or operation of buildings in New Jersey. The code aims to provide uniform standards for fire safety throughout the state. It addresses issues such as building construction, fire suppression systems, and hazardous materials. The NJUFC is based on the International Fire Code, but it has been modified to meet the specific needs of New Jersey. One important aspect of the NJUFC is its focus on fire prevention. The code includes requirements for fire inspections, fire drills, and fire safety education. It also addresses issues such as smoking regulations and the storage of flammable materials. In addition to fire prevention, the NJUFC also covers fire protection systems. The code specifies the requirements for fire sprinklers, fire alarms, and other fire suppression systems. It also addresses the need for fire-resistant construction and fire-rated doors and walls. Another important aspect of the NJUFC is its focus on life safety. The code includes requirements for emergency egress, fire extinguishers, and smoke detectors. It also addresses the need for accessible routes and accommodations for people with disabilities. When preparing for the New Jersey Fire Alarm System Installer License exam, it is essential to study both the NFPA 72 and the NJUFC thoroughly. Pay close attention to the key requirements and definitions in each code. It is also helpful to review practice questions and sample scenarios. Remember to bring your own copy of the NFPA 72 2019 edition or prior and the approved 2018 NJUFC to the exam. Highlighting key information in the NJAFC is permitted, but ensure it is the correct, approved edition. Familiarize yourself with the content and organization of both codes to navigate them efficiently during the exam. Understanding the intent and application of the code requirements is just as important as memorizing specific details. Consider focusing on the following key areas within NFPA 72. Firstly, initiating devices such as smoke detectors, heat detectors, manual pull stations, and their proper placement and spacing according to occupancy type and building construction. Secondly, notification appliances like audible and visual alarms, including sound pressure levels, strobe intensity, and placement to ensure adequate coverage. Thirdly, control and annunciation, including the functions of the fire alarm control unit, annunciation requirements, and remote monitoring capabilities. Fourthly, power supplies, consisting of primary and secondary power sources, backup power requirements, and power supervision. Fifthly, wiring and pathways, which covers wiring methods, circuit integrity, and protection against physical damage and environmental factors. Sixthly, inspection, testing, and maintenance. Understand the requirements for periodic inspection, testing, and maintenance of fire alarm systems, including record keeping and reporting. Seventhly, emergency communication systems. Become knowledgeable about emergency voice alarm communication systems, including two-way communication systems and mass notification systems. Eighthly, documentation. Understand the requirements for system documentation, including record drawings, system design specifications, and operating manuals. With regard to the NJAFC, focus on the following areas. Firstly, general fire safety requirements, encompassing fire prevention measures, fire drills, and fire safety education programs. Secondly, building construction requirements, including fire-resistant construction, fire-rated assemblies, and fire stopping. Thirdly, fire protection systems requirements, including fire sprinklers, fire alarms, standpipes, and other suppression systems. Fourthly, hazardous material storage and handling, including requirements for the storage, handling, and use of flammable and combustible liquids, gases, and other hazardous materials. Fifthly, means of egress, which involves requirements for exits, exit access, and exit discharge, including door hardware, stairways, and emergency lighting. Sixthly, fire department access, like requirements for fire lanes, fire hydrants, and access to buildings for fire department personnel. Seventhly, inspections and permits, which details the requirements for fire safety inspections, permits for hazardous activities, and certificate of occupancy. Eighthly, specific occupancy requirements, covering specific fire safety requirements for different types of occupancies, such as assembly occupancies, educational occupancies, and healthcare occupancies. Preparing effectively for the New Jersey Fire Alarm System Installer License exam requires a thorough understanding of both the NFPA 72 and the NJAFC. Focus on the key requirements and definitions in each code, and review practice questions and sample scenarios. Remember to bring the approved editions of both codes to the exam and highlight key information in the NJAFC to help you navigate the code efficiently. Good luck with your exam.